Today I want to show you how to crochet this fluffy scrunchie. It's a little sheep scrunchie. I think it looks like a little sheep. This does not stretch as much as a regular scrunchie, so it's not supposed to hold the hair the same way as a regular scrunchie. It's just for the looks of it. I think it looks very cute putting it on the outside of a hair bun, you know. And then you have this on the bottom. I think it's cute, and my daughter loves to play with it, putting it around her hand and walking around with it, and yeah, she loves it. So it serves a purpose around here. I will not recommend doing this scrunchie if you're a beginner. You will just get very frustrated because it's impossible to see the stitches with this yarn. I am crocheting in between the stitches though, so it makes it a lot easier to do, but I think you'll just get frustrated if you're a total beginner, but it is possible to do. You will just see what I'm doing and then you can figure it out. So I will begin now. First, a little about the materials I've used. You can see the yarn right here. This is in Chinese, I guess. This has absolutely no info whatsoever, so I can't say where to buy this yarn, but you can see right here it looks like this when you take it out. So if you find something similar, I guess you can use it for this scrunchie. But this I found in my closet, so good luck finding it. Then I've used a crochet hook size 6mm and some scissors and a pretty big tapestry needle, and then a little band to put on the inside of the scrunchie. First I do a slip knot, so make a loop with your yarn, take the long end of the yarn behind the loop, grab it from the middle with your hook and pull. Then we create a chain, so yarn over and pull through, and make these chains big. I mean big, because it's impossible to see the stitches after this. So that's your first chain. Make your second and pull a bit, so it stretches out. Do them big. And that's 3. You will do 20 chains in total. So just continue chaining until you have 20 chains. So when you have your 20 chains, you will now grab your rubber band and put it inside the rubber band or through it. So you are crocheting around this. So now find the other end right here, your first chain, this one. Do a slip stitch into this chain, so insert the hook in the first chain, find your working yarn, yarn over, pull through, and now chain 2, 1, 2, and then you will do 1 double crochet in every chain all the way around. And this is the absolute hardest part of this rubber band, because you have to find these chains. So I hope you made them big. This is the next one. You can feel them. So just yarn over, insert the hook, and double crochet. That's 1 double crochet. Then feel your way. This is the next chain. You can feel it. Then do a double crochet in this next chain. And feel your way for the next one. I found mine down here. Just do a double crochet in this next one. So just do 1 double crochet in every chain all the way around for all 20 chains until you are back at the start right here, and then we will do something else. When you're all the way around, you have your 20 stitches. You will now begin working in spirals. So you have your first stitch over here, and you have this gap in between the 2 double crochet. We will not be looking for the stitches on top like we usually do. We will just be crocheting in these gaps as stitches. So do your next double crochet in this gap. So just yarn over and insert the hook into the gap in between the stitches and double crochet. And then feel your way for the next gap. You can see all these gaps when you feel the way. You will just be crocheting into these gaps. So you just did this gap. You will now feel the next gap. So just yarn over, insert the hook in the next gap, double crochet. Feel your way. This one is your next gap. Then yarn over, insert, and do a double crochet. And your next gap, this one, double crochet. Then you work your way all the way around, and you just continue when you are back here where you started. You just continue looking for the gaps and work your way on. So just work in spirals around and around with 1 double crochet in every gap, all 20 gaps all the way around and around and around in spirals. When you get to the point where it's becoming a bit difficult crocheting around this because it's getting so tight, you can find something that's straight and place it so you stretch out the rubber band so you can crochet up along this one. This is a bit easier. It's still pretty annoying, but it gets the job done. So now you can find your next stitch and double crochet into it. And then the next one, and you can kind of like twist this around. So this is a bit annoying and it's difficult, but I think you have to do this. So now you just continue up along this, and of course you can move it as you please. So you have to turn this a bit, place it again, and now you can crochet for the rest of the stitches and then keep moving this until you are all the way around. So when you're satisfied with how much it's able to stretch when you hold it like this, and you can see it still stretches, then we can cut the yarn. Remember, leave a bit of a tail for weaving in the end and sewing it together. And then pull this yarn through the loop. It's a bit difficult with this fluffy yarn. Find your very big needle. You can of course also crochet the ends together, but I find it a lot easier with this needle. Then I will just do this, make them come together, and then sew all the way around. So just in one side and find a stitch on the other side and pull, and on one side and the other side and pull all the way around. And when you're all the way around, you just weave in the end by inserting the needle a couple of times back and forth like this, and then it won't get up. Then you cut the yarn, and that's it. Then you have a funny little scrunchie thing. I think my daughter wants to play with this, and maybe the dog wants to play with it as well. I don't know if I will be wearing it, but let's see. Well, I hope you had fun watching this and this was helpful in any way. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!